I've been to treatment and in recovery, but sometimes I fall back to my eating disorder. I've been dating someone new and want to tell him. How can I talk to him about my eating disorder? Well, I love this question because I definitely went through that same thing. When I started dating my boyfriend, I hadn't really been struggling, but it was definitely a part of my past and still something that I was dealing with. I wasn't currently in the midst of a struggle, but I was still definitely working through it and finding healing. So I can't remember the first time that I told him that it was a struggle that I had had, but what I do remember and what has been continuous has been his response and his support. And I'm so glad that I told him. I can't imagine what it would be like for me to have kept that a secret, because it is such a big part of my history and of what makes me who I am. And I think if I could give any advice about how you might go about telling your boyfriend, I would say, find a time and a place where you know that you're going to be uninterrupted, because it might take you a while to get it out, and it probably took me a while to get it out. Probably stuttered and went around it for a while, and go at your own pace. Don't feel like you need to share every detail and the entire story right away. It can come out as you feel comfortable. I know that there are still new things that I share with my boyfriend about my struggle, and new victories that I have too. I would say, don't just share what was hard. Share your victories too, because he'll want to celebrate with you, and that is, to have somebody who's so close to you and who knows you so well get to share in that is, it's priceless, really. And I imagine that in the past I wouldn't have shared it. When I was in the midst of my struggle, I wouldn't have shared it. And that just drove me further into isolation. But he wants to know. And it takes a lot of guts. And when you do it, it's probably going to be hard, and you might cry, and he might cry. But it'll be so worth it to feel like the person who's probably one of the closest people to you knows that part of you.